You know, Harvard, it is a very chilly day out there. In fact, only 32 degrees right now. How sad is it? Last week when we were doing the forecast, we were talking about the record high temperature for winter ever recorded in 146 years of observation. And tonight, we're talking about temperatures dropping down into the teens, radiational cooling, 14 degrees. Man, oh man, weather can really change awfully quickly in New England. Live look at Harvard right now shows it is sunny out there, but no clouds later on tonight to protect us in terms of a blanket of cloud cover. Also in the forecast, I'm calling for a 50% chance of everything hurts, and I'm dying because that is just the kind of week it has been for a lot of people, myself included. Across the nation right now, you can see we do have this pressure map, and it's kind of a cool visualization because what we see right here is this. All these lines of equal pressure are close to each other, which means strong winds flowing from west to east, and you get the idea. That's why it's been so blustery out there, and that is a reason why we're pushing in that cold air from the north. You see it diving down right here, pushing off that warm air. In fact, earlier this week, this was the air mass that brought us to 60s. You can see the winds rising from the south, but now they have turned around to the northwest, and that is ushering in some very chilly conditions. In fact, 34 in Boston right now, 34 out to the west, 36 in Plymouth. But I want to see the Arctic front right here. See how the winds kind of turn around this way? Up here, take a look at, I think Watertown is only 21 right now, and those are pummeling down from the north and the west, and that is the Arctic cold front that will drop through later on tonight. You can see again the winds flowing down from the Great Lakes, bringing a little bit of moisture from the lakes, and that's the reason why we actually have a chance of some snow squalls later on. You see them plowing through right there anytime between probably 5 and 10 this evening. And with these snow squalls, they will be rather strong, almost like summertime thunderstorms in that sense. Already you see a couple little cotton balls over here. They almost look like lumps of mashed potatoes, if you will. The clouds shifting off to the east. That is the leading edge of the cooler air, the considerably colder air, I should say, and that's the reason why we're sparking these snow squalls. Keep in mind, though, not everyone will see them. They're like those summertime storms in that they are scattered, quick coating to an inch, gusty winds, and reduced visibility. So if you're driving, please plan accordingly, especially anytime between 5 and 10 p.m. Ending to the east, everybody should be done after midnight. Now, after midnight, that's when we really start to cool down. We don't have a lot of moisture in the northeast to hold on to. That's why we're going to drop like a rock in terms of temperatures, because all the moisture is suppressed down south. So 15 tonight in Boston, 14 in Salem, Plymouth only 17 degrees. Even on the Cape, we're pretty good radiator, so we're dropping down into the lower to mid-teens. I do have one single digit on the map, though. That is out in Springfield, where we only have a 9 for the low tonight. And it's like a limbo. How low can we go? Well, we're certainly going to go even lower later on this week. Also, tonight, International Space Station will be flying by 5:06 in the morning, west-southwest, look about 70 degrees above the horizon. It will be pretty bright in comparison to what we normally have. Another cool thing, last night we actually had the northern lights visible from satellite. But hey, that's pretty cool. I wish we could see them here. 23 in Boston tomorrow, 24 in Plymouth. A little bit warmer, almost 30. We barely squeak 30. I don't think we're going to do it, though. So I only have a 29 in Provincetown. Everybody's staying well below freezing tomorrow. That dome of cold air shifts off to the east, gives us a brief respite. So there is some good news in the forecast. See this right here? Here's a dome, moves off to the east. Then we get this wedge of warm air. After that, though, like I said, it's kind of that pattern rinse and repeat cycle because we have this way up here. That's going to swing down later on this week. I feel like I'm doing a dance here, and that is going to give us a renewed shot of Arctic air. So in terms of that precipitation chance on Tuesday with the warm air, we have probably about a quarter of an inch, but nothing too significant. And then after that, our 7-day forecast showing you something that looks a lot like this. Last week we were talking about record highs. I don't see any record highs in the forecast, although Wednesday, later on, once we get through this shot of cold air, we start warming things up on Tuesday, 55 degrees for the high. Of course, comes with the price. We get some rain in here. Wednesday looking nice, lingering clouds on Thursday. But in the meantime, you see tomorrow, it's going to be a blustery day, very cold and easy breezy, kind of like Sofia Vergara, easy breezy. So that is my latest forecast for now. Get out and enjoy the warm air next week, but in the meantime, you're going to have to hunker down to ride this one out. Well, it's an awfully cold weekend out there coming up. In fact, temperatures only in the 30s for tomorrow and 20s on Sunday. Yes, it is definitely a nasty one out there. You see the cold air moving down from Canada, but many people want to get outside, do a little bit of recreation. After all, it is March, and it's supposed to be a little bit better than February, despite the fact this has been one of the top 5 coldest days coming up out of the entire winter. And after a week of record highs, we really know what to expect in New England. We expect the unexpected. But in terms of recreation, what can you do outside? Well, maybe go up north, do a little bit of skiing, because it's going to be plenty cold up there. They'll be able to manufacture tons and tons of snow. But for those like me who have had a very long week, don't really want to go outside, you may consider something inside, like bowling, for instance. Of course, if you are going bowling, make sure you're going bowling with somebody who you can beat, because otherwise, no fun going bowling. But 32 degrees on Sunday, going to be a nice day to be inside, and hopefully you might even run the chance of getting a strike. In the meantime, though, awfully cold out there, so I think we're going to go hibernate for the rest of the winter, and you guys have a great rest of your week.